My name is Michelle Badillo. I am a queer Latinx writer from Queens. I'm really excited today because I'm going to meet Chika.
Hi.
Hey.
I'm Chika.
I'm Michelle.
My name's Chika. I'm from Montgomery, Alabama, and I'm a rapper. I got into rapping by writing poetry. I started writing songs when I was 8, and I stumbled into writing poetry at 11, and then basically consolidated the two.
I want to talk to you about writing and creating. I'm a writer, a filmmaker, actor, try and do everything so that they let me do anything.
You know, oh, that's a bar. I'm a rapper extraordinaire over here.
Writer extraordinaire.
You feel me. Name it and claim it.
And what is this?
This is a cold open, it's just the very first scene of a pilot that I wrote based on something that happened to me. When I originally wrote it, I basically wrote word for word what happened, which seems like a good idea, but when you go back and read it, you're like, oh, there was some subtext that was happening that's not clear when you actually write it down. That's when I start rearranging like the order of the conversation that happened. It's like I'm getting to the truth of what happened, but I have to paint that picture and structure it, yeah. So for this part over here, Rosa is being very like outwardly flirtatious, talking about like Latinx people, like, oh, we're the best, best at dancing, best at cooking, and she's like, oh, best at kissing, which is very flirty, but like she was more just like touching blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
In life, that's the hardest line for me to find. How am I saying this clearly and in a way that's funny and interesting, but not sounding like a psychopath, but also not sounding like what we actually sound like when we talk, which is that usually we're not really saying what we mean. People don't sound ever as good as they do on TV.
No. This was dope. I love learning about subtext and dialogue and actually seeing what goes into making a script like this. Since you were so gracious enough to show me what goes into your work, I would love to show you what goes into mine. Let's go to the studio.
Okay.
Grab your items. It's time to head out.
In the overhead compartment.
In the overhead compartment.
How do you use your art, your rap, to move things forward, make the world a better place?
The best way to like drive things forward and to progress is to be honest. I feel like if you aren't being genuine with the way that you present your art, then you're moving things backwards. You're gonna regress rather than progress. Yeah, what inspired your writing?
Dialogue. I was dialogue first person. Also, I grew up in Queens. The way people talk in Queens, oh my God, it's everything. Nobody listens to music the way they listen to music in the car.
No, absolutely not.
Like,
absolutely not. You're in your own little like spaceship of a world and you're like just vibing out and nothing outside matters. Yeah, no. In case you ever do want to drop a rap album, you know, I'm waiting on it. But
well, look, you'll be my first phone call.
Oh my gosh, can I please feature? You know, I'm that chick, yeah. I'm that chick, hey, I'ma do a flip, yeah. Then I flip, working on. I wrote this when I was like 19. People often sample other old music and things like that. And A, it's hard to clear those samples, and B, it's not you taking your own thing and flipping it. So now it went from this like slow ballad into like this high-pitched sped in. And then it sounds great like that, right? But then when you pause that and you put the beat behind it, it completely turns into something completely different. Baby me.
Yeah, I rock with you because you're way outside my comfort zone. No matter where I may be at, you always feel like home.
I want to be negotiating so you can catch me. This was not the vision for the song at first, but just to be able to build on it and turn it into something like this is phenomenal. And it's something that I would have never, ever, even down to the way it's cut. Like, these were happy accidents, as I like to call them.
How did that happen? You were just messing around?
Messing around. I sometimes have to go back and revisit old ideas and like build upon it and like progress an idea, like move it forward so that it doesn't get stagnant and it doesn't stay in the past.
When I was growing up, I didn't know gay people. I didn't really see gay people on TV, and the gay people I did see on TV
didn't look like
me, didn't feel like me. It just didn't compute to me that I would be the same thing as that was. You know, now that I'm a little older, I want to be that person that I didn't have. I want to show up for the little girl inside me who thought she was crazy.
Yeah.
I'm not always consciously trying to put my sexuality into my art, but it's a part of who I am.
There's so many expectations that are thrown on to queer women who enter the music industry in general, but also rap specifically. Because rap is a heavily misogynistic genre. As a queer woman, I too am attracted to women, but I can speak about them and my attraction to them without demeaning them.
How are you using yourself and your art to show up for that next little girl in Alabama who's like you?
just simply existing and being okay with being vocal about who I am and being comfortable in who I am. That's my truth. That's like the way that I'm opening doors for the next person, because if what I am is unprecedented, then everything after me, there's no reason to make it a spectacle. Not that I'm the end all be all, but like at least I'm a blueprint. That girl will not have to be in a situation where it's like, oh wow, you're queer and from Alabama and your parents are immigrants? Like, she simply can get to exist.
I can't imagine something that would have meant more to me than to see somebody like me functioning and happy. And yes, sometimes things are hard, but you can live in the world, you can be who you are, and you can do it with joy. Meeting Chika today re-inspired me to create. She reminded me that ideas are never dead. They're like matter. They just turn into something else. They become a different kind of energy.
Today inspired me to look at more things as a narrative, more things as a story. Be a voice for those who really don't have one. Be that stand-in model for little queer kids everywhere.
The reason why I'm a storyteller is because I want people to see our humanity, to feel similarities in our differences. I want people to fall in love with people like me because I still have trouble loving me.
If we're gonna make things better, we need to work together.
Supporting each other in the way that we're telling our stories, using our voices to hold up each other's voices. Connection is the first step to love, and love is what makes the world a better place.